Welcome to my world history notes, where I read from the book that I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks for world history. You can purchase it on lulu.com, amazon.com, at the Bible Baptist bookstore, or just follow me here. And if you have a mind, subscribe to my channel. This is a survey. It's very surface, so you'll want to dig in deeper into these topics and names. And you might not agree with me. You might be offended at a conclusion I draw. That's okay, as long as you have your own opinion from studying world history. Excuse me, American history. I do that too. So let's begin. We're going to talk about Adolf Hitler today. Very key figure in world history. Um, a hugely tragic figure. Now, as an Austrian, Hitler began to associate Marxism with being Jewish early in Vienna, where he spent 6 years as an artist. Had war not broken out in 1914, uh, he may have spent the rest of his life as a second-rate artist, but anyone, no matter how seemingly insignificant, can be raised up by Satan if willing. He petitioned King Ludwig III of Bavaria to join the Bavarian part of the German army. Hitler had a cause now, discipline, and his first real job. He later referred to the war years as the best of his life. Hitler spent the war years as a dispatch runner and was apparently very courageous, uh, although his leaders felt he had no leadership potential, and he never rose above the rank of corporal. Always in the thick of the action, he barely escaped death in November 1914 when a French shell destroyed a command post he had just left, killing everyone. He received the Iron Cross, second class, Germany's version of our Medal of Honor. He would later say that the day he received the award was the happiest day of his life. Hitler neither smoked or drank or visited brothels. Also, he was known to be humorless and serious, and the only affection or emotion he displayed was when his pet dog was killed. In 1916, he was injured by a British shell and spent some time in a Berlin hospital. The demoralized behavior of people he saw reinforced his, quote, stabbed in the back view of Germany's fate in the war. Again, back at the front, he was awarded the Iron Cross First Class, nominated for the 1918 award by a Jewish officer who claimed that Hitler had single-handedly captured 15 soldiers, although most historians insist that he won it for delivering a message through intense enemy fire. A month before the armistice, which ended the war, he was gassed with mustard gas and partially blinded. The news he received in the hospital of Germany's defeat shattered him. World War I shattered had shattered the youth of Europe, and many thousands of men returning from the front line were unable to cope. They were indeed a lost generation. Hitler was given the job of spying on political parties for the army in Munich after the war. Hitler supposedly joined the German Workers' Party in 1919, but there's much question about whether or he deliberately joined them or not. Some say that as a pragmatist, he wanted to vent his political views, but needed an established party. Hitler's speeches began attracting members to the party, and in 1921, excuse me, he took over the party and changed its name to the National Socialist German Workers' Party. The German name was shortened to Nazi from National Socialist. They were given with a Z instead of a C. They were given uniforms and a new salutation, Heil Hitler. They also approved the swastika. The art of creating slogans was preeminent in the Nazi Party, as Hitler's henchmen like Ernst Röhm, child molester and pervert, battled communists and social democrats. Hitler was adored and followed. This serious, humorless, brave little corporal who rarely showed emotion, a second-rate artist from a dying city in the dying empire of Austria-Hungary, had experienced somehow at some time a transformation into a dynamic politician and leader. Just read John 13:27. Hitler led an attempted coup in Munich in 1823 called the Beer Hall Push as a prelude to a national revolution against the Weimar Republic. It failed, and Hitler was imprisoned. He became a national figure by his speeches during his court trial. In prison, he wrote Mein Kampf for My Struggle. It's free to read online. His messianic vision of himself and his hatred of Jews was clearly revealed in his book. Hitler was to have profound influence on modern history. His success in dominating Germany caused its ruin. And next, we're going to talk about that build-up to where he had the success that he was able to perform. And just to just some very amazing things about that period of time in history. I hope you'll continue to watch. Thank you. And as we're, I just hope that you'll study world history and just come to your own conclusions. Thank you.